Hey guys, welcome back to MarkDillon.XXX. Greetings from San Francisco, which, as you know, is my favorite city in the country. So I'm happy as a pig in the mud, so to speak. All right, today we have a question from Brent. He says, "My question is, how do I deal with a crush that I can't have? I've liked this guy for a long time. He's very handsome, buff, and my ideal type of guy. The problem is he's straight, and I can't get over my feelings for him. I want to tell him how I feel, and I know that I'll most likely get rejected, and that's the plan, so I can get over it. But I'm worried about how he'll think of me after I do it. I don't want him to worry about me and think that I'm emotionally incapable of dealing with my feelings. I'm perfectly normal and just want to move on with my life." All right, Brent. That can be a very tricky one. The thing that you did not mention in your email is how close of friends you are, how long you've been friends, and all of that. I can relate to what you're saying. There's been times that I've had crushes on my straight friends, and sometimes in our mind we kind of we let them get out of hand. I don't know that this is something you really need to discuss with him unless you're truly ready to accept the fact that it could create an awful lot of weirdness on his part that could be almost impossible to repair, and that could mean the end of the friendship. So you said you just want to move on with your life. Well, I would advise you to move on with this fantasy. You have to. You say you know you can't have him because he's straight, but your email leads me to believe that you haven't truly come to terms with that, and that there's still this lingering fantasy that you think something might happen, and or that you're just not able to truly accept the situation for what it is. So I would maybe spend a little bit less time worried about how you can bring him into this and discuss it with him, and really come to terms with the fact that if he is just a normal platonic straight friend, that this is not going to happen, and that you can appreciate him for the friend that he is, and you don't need him to be the romantic partner that you're fantasizing about. I would, if it was me, and I've been in this situation before, maybe not to the extent you have, but I would spend more time trying to come to terms with that realization for myself, and start and make sure that I can appreciate the person for the friend that they are, and not fault them because there's this fantasy that I can never have with them. So if you really think that you can't get over that fantasy part of your friendship with him, and that you're willing to take the chance to discuss this with him, and it may cause a parting of the ways, then you need to be willing to accept that. So that's the only advice that I have for you, is that I really would advise you, if you are genuinely concerned with maintaining this friendship, to spend a little bit of time with yourself, dealing with these feelings, and trying to come to the realization that the friendship is what it is. It will never be anything more, and that you're okay with that. That the friend that he is enough for you. He doesn't have to be anything more. And then, yes, if you can't come to terms with that, maybe you need to sit down with him and kind of explain your feelings and see if that helps. But just be aware that it really could cause a lot of weirdness in your relationship and cause the friendship to end. But either way, good luck to you. You have my sympathies, because there have been a couple of my straight friends that I've had pretty big crushes on, and it's not easy. But in my own experience, I realized that they were very important to me as a true friend, and I wasn't going to let my own kind of fantasies ruin that. So I dealt with it on my own. I worked through it, and luckily for me, I still have those friends, and I never discussed it with them, because it was really my issue. It was something that could, there was no great upside to come about from discussing it with them. It could have caused some weirdness, some awkwardness, you never know. So, I dealt with my issues, and thank goodness I still have my friends. So I hope the same for you. Good luck to you, Brent. Thanks for asking the question. Guys, I hope you have a great night.